Broadside, day 1028. Welcome back, folks. The other day I was watching a podcast about women's health because I'm trying to understand more about this premenopause, perimenopause, and menopause. I'm not crazy about the concept of perimenopause. It just doesn't, just call it menopause. Anyway, and I learned that, ladies, tell me if I'm wrong, doctors know nothing about the clitoris. In fact, they never discuss it. They never deal with it. They never bring it up. They don't touch it, nothing like that. And I understand where there could be some improprieties with that. But there are also clitoral problems you could have, like adhesive things where the hood kind of covers things and you might not be getting the whole thing exposed to the world, and it might not be getting all the enjoyment that it's, destined to have. All I'm saying is, it's just kind of interesting that really what I learned from that podcast, aside from all the estrogen and all the other crap, the testosterone, I didn't know that women, made that. That was totally, male and female, and it's not really that thing. Anyway, it's just, way different doses. But there's no part of doctoring really that covers like women's pleasure with women's sexual health. It's kind of interesting. But I digress. I'm no expert. I just stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. I will say this. Anthony Fauci, I hope you burn in hell. But let's just agree that when you work for the government, you don't get to plead the fifth. You got to answer to us. I've said it before, and I still believe it. Secondly, I don't like the left or the right. I think they're all idiots. And quite frankly, aside from Josh Hawley, Tim Burchett, and I can deal with Rand Paul, I don't really like anybody in Congress. They're all a bunch of losers, and I hate them all. And I hope they burn in hell. But I will say this. I don't know why I'm talking so loud, but I will say this. I think that we could just agree to this, right? This is how we compromise down the aisle. The idiots on the right agree that the election was won by Biden in 2020. And the idiots on the left, y'all define a woman. And when we get across those two stupid little bridges, then we can have some kind of impasse. You know what I mean? But golly, why would you have a bunch of why would you bring 6 lawyers? You're going to plead the fifth and everything. And why are you pleading the fifth if you got a damn pardon? You can't be charged with nothing. It's crazy. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Fauci and Clits, that's where we're at today. Y'all have a good one. I'm going to see Toto and Christopher Cross and the freaking Romantics, which I'm not excited about. However, I saw the Christopher and one of the greatest guitarists of all time, Steve Lukather, last summer. It was a great show. They had men at work with him then.